What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Man's Rap Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game NBA Jam 2001, which was released on the Game Boy Color by Acclaim Entertainment. And this game is the follow-up to NBA Jam 2000, which was also released on the Game Boy Color. And this game is pretty much based off of the 1999-2000 and 2000 NBA season, and instead of the 505 game that NBA Jam 2000 had, NBA Jam 2001 pretty much went back to the 2-on-2 over the top basketball game with the NBA license to it. And the modes in NBA Jam 2001 are the season mode, head to head, playoffs, practice, options, and link game. Now, the season game is obviously the season mode for the game, and it's pretty much based off of the 82 game NBA season. And you can adjust the number of games you want to play between 26 and 82. As far as the rosters are concerned, in terms of the NBA teams, they're based off of the rosters from that 1999-2000 season, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, with Philadelphia, for example, Allen Iverson was with them while like Shaq and Kobe was on the Lakers. Jerry Stackhouse was with the Pistons, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you were watching the NBA season that year, you know who will be on what teams. You know what I'm saying? Now the head to head is pretty much the exhibition mode where you pick two teams and you play a 4-quarter game with 3 minutes. That's the time limit, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much, if you win or lose, it doesn't. Um, when it comes to like the season mode, playoff mode, it has no like connection to that. You know what I'm saying? They won't say like won't be safe. You know what I'm saying? Now, the playoff mode is pretty much based off of the NBA playoff brackets, you know what I'm saying, where 8 teams from the Eastern Conference and 8 teams from the Western Conference are in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying. All you have to do is like pick your team, you know what I'm saying. If you're like just going directly into it, then the other 15 teams are randomly selected, or the 16 teams are picked based off of the record from the season mode. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much based off of the best of like 7 games that were in the brackets for the NBA playoffs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the practice mode is concerned, it pretty much allows you to get used to the gameplay of NBA Jam 2000 in terms of the shots, block shots, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much with the options, it allows you to change certain things within the game, CPU, time controls, and stuff like that. Now the link game is it's pretty much the co-op mode where you need 2 Game Boy Colors, the Game Boy Color Link, and 2 copies of NBA Jam 2001. You know what I'm saying? And I think you can allows you to play season mode, playoffs, and head to head. You know what I'm saying? If you want to choose one of those 3, Now the graphics and design of NBA Jam 2001 are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? With some nice color palettes, and to be honest, it hasn't aged well. You know what I'm saying? It looks kind of muddy now, but it looked decent at the time. And pretty much the controls and gameplay are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they are the best part of NBA Jam 2001. And pretty much the soundtrack isn't the best. Plus, it's only limited to the press start screen and the menu screen. So when you're playing a game, whether it's single player or co-op, you're not going to hear any music during when you're playing a game, whether you're picking like Detroit going up against the Dallas Mavericks and everything. So that's the soundtrack is the weakest part in my opinion. Now I'll be honest enough to admit that NBA Jam 2001 should have been released on this Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn along with the Game Boy Color. You know what I'm saying? But in any event, NBA Jam is a pretty decent game, and I like the fact that the season mode and playoff mode were added to it because it adds more replay value to it. You know what I'm saying? And I would pretty much recommend NBA Jam 2001 to anybody who is a fan of the sports genre, anybody who is a fan of the NBA Jam series, and to a lesser extent, retro gamers and stuff like that. Now, as far as the score, I definitely give it pretty much an 8 out of 10. And some things right, but the soundtrack is by far the worst aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that big of a deal. You know. Now, with that being said, you can sound off about NBA Jam 2001, you know what I'm saying? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you still like the fact that it has that over the top um, basketball game style to it that NBA Jam is known for, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy, Big Metro Fan 12, signing off.